Okay, in this video we're going to put the servo tray in the airplane, and along with that I'm going to put the throttle servo in too. But let's first off put the servo tray in. The servo tray is not square, although it looks like it. It's tapered like this, okay, because the fuselage is tapered. So it'll go in, when you have the taper right, it goes in just perfectly. Okay, so now it's got all the holes, okay, but they're not threaded and CA'd. So what I'm going to do is do the same thing I did before, which is I'm going to take the throttle servo, drop it in there, and remember the throttle servo is going to go to the forward side toward the front of the airplane. So the arm is sticking out close to this side here. And so I'm going to take the bag of servo screws, put them in halfway, take them out, put CA, let them dry. And I'm going to use the same servo to thread and CA all of the holes here. So I'll do that and be right back. Okay, just to show you, I'm doing this just like I did the aileron servos, where you drill and tap the screw in, and the screw's only down about halfway, and you can see that the thread, the point is out here at the bottom. That's just enough to get the threads tapped in, remove them, put CA on, let it dry, and then we're ready to put it in. So I did all the CA with the same tip, and ran the debonder through the tip and used my mercury CA, and also used my paper clip on a cork to make sure that the CA didn't clog up the hole. Now we're just going to sit and let it wait maybe 20 minutes. Okay, before I put the servo tray in, I'm going to go ahead and cut the end of this throttle push rod off. Throttle push rod is all the way forward. I'm going to cut it about the end of where the servo tray is going to mount, and that'll give me probably an inch, inch and a quarter left on the outside there. So I'm just going to reach in here with a nice pair of sharp cutters and cut that off. Okay, I'm back, and I've decided to put the servo tray in first without any servos in it. It should be easier that way. And I'm going to use, remember this servo tray goes on with these tiny little screws with a little flat washer on them. And they're tiny little screws, and I'm going to use actually a fairly new tool that I bought from Horizon Hobby. It's called a 12-in-1 air surface hex wrench kit, $12.99, and it's really nice because it's got 12 different sizes of both metric and SAE. So you got a 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3 metric hex, and you got 0.05, 5/64, 1/16, 3/32 in there, and you got tiny little Phillips and tiny little flat blade screwdrivers. So I forgot my tweezers. Be right back. Okay, got my tweezers with the tiny little screw on it with a washer, small little washer on it. Nice thing about this tool is it's nice and long. You can reach all the way down in here and get this thing going here. Tweezers hold it upright, and you just screw that in. Alright, one down. And when you know I dropped it, be right back. This is where you can't pick it up with the tweezers, so I use a little magnet and get it back out. Okay, so let's see if we can do this again without letting it fall off the tweezers. Alright. Okay, 2 down, you get the idea. I'm going to put the other 2 in off camera. It's still in there. Okay, putting these in is a little harder than I thought. I'm going to use the electric one because that way it doesn't fall off of this. You can get it right on the hole with one hand, press it down, and then turn on that screwdriver, and it goes right in. So electric screwdriver comes through again. Okay, I wanted to give you a shot of what the servo looks like before it actually goes in. It's just sitting up on top of the servo tray. I've got the push wire through the quick connect, and also note that the arm is less than halfway across because I don't want it to bump the wood over here. And so once that's in place, the wire's toward the bottom, and you just drop it in like that. Okay. Now when that sits down, both the push rod and the quick connect will not touch the side of the cabin. You don't want that push rod or anything to touch the side of the cabin. If anything is touching the side of the cabin as the servo arm is moving, it will wear on the gears and the electronics inside and will not do it any good. Now I'm going to screw those in. You can probably figure out how to do that without watching me. Okay, as I'm putting these servo screws in with the electric screwdriver, I use a little flashlight here so it makes it easier to see, so you don't mash the grommet down too much. And this electric screwdriver does make it a whole lot easier to put them in.